Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. I have ended a great morning walk. It was a heavy fog this morning, but the sun was able to come through the fog. I enjoy sharing this photo with you, and I hope you enjoy seeing them too. When I see sunrises like this, it allows me to feel how much that I'm connected to nature. This allows me to have a greater appreciation of the food that I eat, as well as the cooking that I do. Because we all have to eat, and food is probably the best way for us to connect with nature. And for today's video, I would like to get back to some of the mundane things about cooking. I want to talk to you about a wok that I discovered. A couple of days ago, I saw an ad from Aldi. They have a wok on sale, which is a 14-inch carbon steel wok for $15. I really did not think much about it because $15 probably not much you can buy for a wok. Yesterday, when we were shopping at Aldi, for curiosity, I went to the aisle and I took a look at the wok that they were selling. Actually, it is two woks. There are two versions of this wok, and both of them is for $14.99. The first version that I look at is a wok with a gray color. It has a coating, looks like it is a non-stick coating. On the jacket of the wok is that it is pre-seasoned. The second version of this wok is silver in color. And by looking at it, I can tell it is a natural surface with no coating. This is a type of wok that I want. For its natural surface, I can season it myself with my spot seasoning method. I would prefer that far more than the wok with a coating. The gray color wok that said it is pre-seasoned, but it did not explain what kind of a coating that it has on it. As I will explain a little bit later in this video, it is much better to get the one with the natural surface. When I took the wok home, I was very impressed by the quality of the wok. The handle of the wok is well constructed and it is made out of beech wood. The wok weighs 3 pounds 5 ounces, pretty much average for a carbon steel wok. Before I use this wok, I need to clean it really well. Since carbon steel will rust, the manufacturer always coats the wok with a layer of protective materials. They used to coat this type of wok with a layer of oil, but now they coat the wok with a layer of vegetable resin. I first scrubbed the wok with a 3M Scotch-Brite heavy-duty scrub sponge. And then I scrubbed the wok with dishwashing detergent. I then rinsed the wok with water and I repeat the process again. I can tell whether I have finished the cleaning or not because if I clean it well, the surface of the wok will take on a metallic sheen. This wok is actually fairly easy to clean. The earlier wok with natural surfaces are far more difficult to clean. Those manufacturers normally use a oily grease, and it usually took me 2 to 3 times longer to get rid of them. I then turned the wok around. I cleaned the bottom of the wok as well because they are probably coated with the same material. As I was cleaning the wok, I was very impressed by the construction of this wok. For $15, it's really a very nice wok. The carbon steel is a heavy-duty carbon steel. Normally, you only find them in wok that is much more expensive. The only major drawback of this wok that I see is that it does not have what they call a helper handle, which normally located on the opposite side of the long handle. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is that I will season the wok with my spot seasoning method. You can take a look at this video to learn more about how this seasoning method works. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of canola oil, just enough to cover a little bit more than the bottom of the wok. I'm going to tilt the wok so that I will swirl the oil a little bit up the side of the wok. Now this is a brand new wok. According to most instruction on how to season a brand new wok, this is a much simpler method. In fact, I use this method most of the time when I cook. This method actually works extremely well, whether it is a brand new wok or a wok that you have been using all along. The method actually is very simple. Basically, you heat up the oil until the oil starts to smoke gently. When that happens, you turn down the heat so that you will not overheat the oil. When the oil starts to smoke, you know that you have reached the smoking point of the oil. It is at this temperature the oil will form a plastic-like polymer on the surface of the wok. This will then create a non-stick cook surface. This method works extremely well. In fact, by using this method, you can season a brand new wok. I used to use a much more complicated method to season a brand new wok, and it frequently will take me up to 45 minutes. And then I discovered this method. It worked equally well with a brand new wok or a wok that you have used for quite some time. Normally, I let the oil to smoke about 10 to 15 seconds. Since this is a brand new wok, I'm going to let it to smoke a little bit longer, up to about 25 to 30 seconds. Next, I'm going to cook a stir-fry egg dish. This will be a test whether the wok is seasoned or not. If it is, the egg will not stick to the surface of the wok. This dish is known as a scrambled. It's a combination between scrambled egg and an egg omelette. In order for this dish to turn out, the egg must not stick and burn to the bottom of the wok. The wok is well seasoned, the egg do not stick at all. Next, I add some frozen vegetable mix to the egg. I use the wok spatula to push the cooked egg out of the way so that the uncooked egg will be able to fill the space. While I cook, I noticed that one thing is that the wok is not very steady. In fact, the wok starts to rotate. I'm cooking on a flat glass top electric range. The reason that the wok rotates is because for carbon steel wok, when it heated up, it will change shape. The bottom surface of the wok has the closest contact with the glass top electric range, will expand more than the peripheral of the wok and will form a concave surface. First of all, the wok is no longer flat so that it do not sit stable. Secondly, the extension will cause the wok behave like a spin top. And because of this reason, a carbon steel wok is normally not recommended to cook on a flat glass top electric range. And if you have a carbon steel wok and you cook on a glass top electric range, and if you see the same phenomenon, I'm going to show you how to solve this problem. After I clean up the wok, I turn the wok upside down and I use a hammer to dent the center area of the wok. And my goal is to create a small indentation so when the wok heat up, it will not bulge out as much. And next, I'm going to test how well it performs on the stove now. I noticed that it still wobbles, but definitely is much better. And now I take the wok while it is hot. I'm going to dent it a little bit further. In fact, right now I can see where the part that sticks out. And after denting it again, the wok works much better. And now it no longer swivels and it also does not wobble. After I heat up the wok and cook in it, you notice that the surface of the wok now take on a bluish metallic color. This is due to the accumulation of carbonaceous material that come from the oil as well as from the food ingredients. This is known as a patina layer, and it's frequently suggested that this is responsible for the non-stick cook surface. However, based on my personal experience, this patina layer will only work if it is also have a light oil coating on top of it. This is the result in seasoning the surface of the wok. As you can see, when the wok is well seasoned, you do not need a lot of cooking oil to fry an egg. As you can see here, the egg is gliding freely on the surface of the wok. I really enjoy using this wok. It is very well constructed with a heavy gauge carbon steel. And it is readily seasoned to create a non-stick cook surface using my spot seasoning method. The handle of the wok is a high-quality beech wood. However, one thing I wish that the handle has is a hole so I can put a heavy-duty string over it for me to hang the wok on the wall. The other thing that this wok is missing is a helper handle, but I don't think I will miss it because I don't normally use these helper handles in my other woks that do have one. However, you cannot beat the price of the wok. For $15, this is really a very nice wok. This wok is much better than other woks that I have seen that is twice or 3 times the price. If you're looking for a carbon steel wok, I would recommend this one wholeheartedly. However, you should go out to Aldi as soon as possible because usually they only sell it until it lasts. I post a video each day to promote home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.